Yo, yo, Tony D back at it. What a ride. Batman 407, Frank Miller's classic, Mazzucchelli doing the art, fantastic artwork. These guys, when I was young, I couldn't get into the deep writing, and people had to be fighting. So I missed out on it then, but what a pleasure to be able to review these for you guys. Definitely, I'm sure it's on one of those lists where it's one of the 100 things you need to read before you die type things, because this is a classic for me. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. So, issue 4, capping it off. Love the covers, by the way. I really like this cover with the black and white. They start each story off really well with an impactful color, using a lot of negative space. This is really good, where you have, boom, half and half. Good stuff. So where we're at, Batman just escaped a full-on assault from the police department. James Gordon is having an affair on his wife. Shame on you. Catwoman is a character in here predominantly, and she has decided she has been influenced by Batman and now has a costume. So the effect is having, even from the movies when they would show stuff like that, especially with the Christian Bale Batman, where, you know, being the Batman had a butterfly effect of creating more villains. Another shout out to Nighthawks. I'll throw a picture of that painting up. I'm saying Nighthawks, and some people may not know what I'm talking about, but a total shout out to that. I think it really looks like it, but we start off with Gordon with having an affair. It really adds a layer of drama and a weakness to our guy. And he knows it's not right. He's torturing himself with it. So they have this drug kingpin arrested, and he gets off on bail, which is infuriating Gordon. And I really love how they transition to this right here, the climbing. He's climbing a sheer wall. So the drug guy, he's in a, I don't know, an apartment or whatever, and he's with his lawyer. She's dirty. And yeah, he's doing what he's doing. And I love how there's a little devil mask. It's funny how I pick stuff up when I'm doing these reviews that I don't pick up when I'm reading it. When I'm doing a review, I'm in a different type of mode, a different perspective, a little more critical maybe. I don't know, but it happens. I love how Batman has these little tools. That's an awesome picture with the shapes of the cape. And he's just terrified. Eyes are like circles. So they really do a wonderful job of showing how Batman uses fear. Bullets don't harm him. You can never escape. Nothing harms me, but I know pain. Frank Miller, he's so good. Totally love Frank Miller stuff, if you can't tell. They have the dates here, keeping this in a year time frame. It's a good use of time in a comic. So the mayor, he's dirty. And another thing I've noticed is the use of white on villains. I totally think that's done to foreshadow the Joker. There's a lot of things I've seen that would hearken to that. Oh, so yeah, totally got something on him. See, that's what I was talking about. That's a weakness for him, because now they have blackmail material. He's in some hot water now. You know what I'm talking about. So Gordon goes to, and he's with his wife. I don't know why he brought his wife to this, but maybe just time constraints. But he goes to see Bruce Wayne, who he suspects is Batman. And Bruce Wayne's playing it up, doing a really good job of it. Alfred going along with it. So they leave, and Gordon has a moment of, he tells his wife he's been cheating on her. He has to relieve that burden or he cannot take them down. It's a really powerful moment. It really adds layers of complexity. Right here, they call to play their blackmail card and she's aware of it. That's a really sad. Look at her face. It's all there. They got to kill this guy now because he's ready. He's going to spill the beans. It's either that or deal with Batman. And his child's born. Catwoman is becoming jealous of the Batman because the news is giving Batman credit for some crimes that she's been involved in. And she's like the Robin Hood. She's stealing from the rich. It just reminds me of Jim Aparo and his silhouettes. That's all you got, black and blue. More powerful than a real detailed panel, if that makes sense. And yeah, that's a believable year one gadget. So he's trying to get some information where he can put these guys away. And they're fixing to give it up. He's recording it. And the Catwoman gives them something to remember her by. That's what she was talking about in the beginning. Claws up that face. So now Batman has an issue where he's really got to protect her. She may be in over her head. These guys have firearms, and I don't think she has anything like that. But she's ready. What a great drawing of a hand with the claws. Me and Dan at the comic shop were talking about that, and hands are very difficult to draw. And Batman, perfect. Thunk, thunk, thunk. Takes him out, disappears. And look at that smile. She's totally digging it. Oh, she gives that dude a what for, claws him up. So now Batman's talking with Alfred, how she ruined his evidence gathering. And yeah, they give Batman credit for slashing the dude's face. And she gets upset about that, talking about how she's going to be nasty next time. And so the child's born. Gordon's leading the life of a married man and atoning for his sins, hopefully. I'm sure he is. He's a good dude. So he gets a phone call. And there's that white, the use of white again. And he's got to go take care of something immediately. And as he's driving off, he sees a guy on a motorcycle. And he's piecing things together. Oh, wait a minute. It's a setup. And he figures it out in a panic. He goes back to his house. This guy with the motorcycle is there, and they've kidnapped his child, which I'd be infuriated. And they have his wife, and he makes a decision right there. What a great panel. Muzzle flash, bam, and it lights up his face. So his wife, she knows what to do. He trusts her. So there's some trust in that relationship. So there's hope. He takes one in the shoulder. They take off with his son. Not good. He thinks the guy on the bike is a villain. Nice muzzle flash. He takes his bike and he goes after. This is when you figure out who this is. I won't let your boy die. And she trusts him. It's funny how there's a lot of trust being put here in this part of the book. I just noticed that. So now he shoots out their tire. They're on a bridge. This is really important right here to cap things off. And he cannot hear his kid crying, but this guy, Roman, he has him. Batman's on a bike. So Batman goes into Batman mode. Love these panels. And he's having a hard time with this dude. And the kid gets dropped. Look at that. What a great piece of work here. Showing the hands. And Gordon is my child. It's just, and you go to this all red. What a shot. And then here's the silhouette where the hero is saving the child. It's really important, a lot of this theme of trust, because it sets up the relationship of Gordon and Batman. So yeah, Batman saves the child, and Gordon tells him he can't see well without his glasses, so he can't make out who it is. Or maybe he's just saying that. I don't think he can, based on the canon of their relationship. Yeah. He tells him, you better go. He knows it's the Batman. So in the court case, everything plays out. The bad guys, they get their due. So everything works out there. What a great way to end this book. He's talking about someone threatened to poison the Gotham reservoir, calls himself the Joker. He's got a friend coming that might be of help. So that trust built up to where Batman does need help. So what an ending, man. Great stuff. 4 issues that are an absolute masterpiece. I feel honored to get to present this. What'd you think? Frank Miller, he's the GOAT. I really loved how they structured this. A lot of things going on. Batman, it's not just Batman. It's Alfred, it's Gordon. There's such a supporting cast. And it's all good. So, we've got Batman in the books. I don't know what else to review Batman-wise. I think I just did the Mount Everest of them, but you know what? There's other stuff out there. I truly believe that. But you know what? Get it!